VoyMonk vlog number 63. This vlog, I'm going to hit on something that I talked about a little bit before, and that is I said that I had been trained in radio broadcasting, and I've actually got a degree in that. I know it's hard to imagine that you might need a degree in radio broadcasting. There's probably a lot of people in broadcasting probably argue with you that, yeah, that's ridiculous. But nevertheless, I have been trained in radio broadcasting. And one of the very first things that at least I learned, I believe you do really kind of learn in a communications type of environment, schooling, that kind of thing or whatever, is that, and I think this also goes with speech. Actually, I think I was specifically, it was part of the curriculum as far as speech, and then of course, radio broadcasting and production classes and things of that nature. But one of the very first things you kind of really learn, and I think this is very pertinent, and I think it's still true today, especially when it comes to like social media platforms and things of that nature, which is if you're going to do anything as far as public speaking or speaking to others in terms of groups or an audience rather, is the most important thing that you can and should keep in mind is that you need to know your audience. At least that's what I've learned. That's my perspective. Know your audience. And the thing about that is that part of it has to do with psychology and knowing when and how and why and where to ultimately manipulate to a degree. Meaning, for example, if, let's say, for example, you're a Vikings fan, right? And then let's just say, for instance, you are giving a speech, let's say, or something like that in Wisconsin, right? Then it probably doesn't behoove you to go on in any capacity, whether it's a long story or a short story, especially if you're going to be talking about the Vikings in Green Bay, and doing so in a way that probably doesn't make a lot of those who are listening very happy, right? That's a part of knowing your audience, knowing who it is you're speaking to. If you're doing radio broadcasting and you happen to have to travel to different radio stations for your work, certain kinds of verbiage and language, and sometimes even accent and all that. And this also transfers over probably to television as well. There are certain things that you have to know about where you're at, what you're doing, and how to speak. Because some things are popular in some places, and some things are more popular in others, different things. I'm not doing a scripted, so like I said, my basic point is that it is important to know your audience. And with this channel, as far as the audience, for what I'm looking for is not to manipulate, but I'm trying to reach out to, is I like to find other people who have the same passions and interests that I do. 80s and 90s pop culture, but also have a passion for life. I'm also looking for an audience that likes to share in doing something as far as a similar along the lines of the different kinds of issues or topics, or just being authentic, because that's the most important thing. I don't care about how polished it looks. I don't care about what a person may look like or what their background would actually be in terms of where they're from, as opposed to who they are, and of course what they want to share and how they want to participate. So for this channel, I just wanted to make sure that I know that I've talked about a lot of things, but probably a thing that I think is also important is the general audience that I'm looking for. Because, like I said, I won't be preaching or teaching or getting into politics and getting a lot of negative things and that sort of thing, like I said. But I think it is important that other people who might be listening to this channel, that they also have a passion in life and care about things more than just as they may be presented in a lot of other platforms or other channels or other sources of content. And so that is the thing that basically I wanted to, for this vlog number 63, wanted to talk about. So tomorrow is Friday, and I will be doing a Friday vlog, and I will see you then. Take care.